Yo, yo, yo. What it do, peoples? Happy day. What? I think we're good. Pull that in a little bit. How about that? I think that's better. That's probably better. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Happy flippin' Friday. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday. We got video gaming news. Excuse me. Video gaming news for this morning. December 22nd. And then it'll be more BG3 today with our buddy Pinky. More Baldur's Gate 3. This will be our end to the week. And we won't be back till Tuesday, okay? So just know that's kind of the way this is going to go. I've got a little bit of off time for the stream I'm going to take to spend some time with family, enjoy the holidays. I don't do that a whole lot, but usually at the end of November and into December, there's some time I take off, and it's upon us. So I will have the stream down, no live streaming for tomorrow through Monday, okay? So be back on Tuesday, and be ready to rock. Cool. So hope everybody has a fantastic weekend while I'm away. I'll be around on Discord and stuff, but we'll have a banger of a day today. Let's go ahead and dive in here. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's go. Cool, cool. Yeah. China issues rules to curb gaming spending. Tencent and NetEase plunge. If you don't know, these are Chinese-based companies. They've been trying to venture out and get their roots into other countries and stuff too, but they're definitely based out of China, and that hurts them for sure. We'll see exactly what that means for them. There's been a lot of restrictions coming out of China, from limiting the amount of online game time significantly, and severely limiting the amount of time that people can spend playing games online. I think if you're under a certain age, but still, from that to things like requiring developers to have a permit to actually publish a game. Developers and publishers have to have a permit from the government to publish a game. It's presented a significant bottleneck in that country for developers and publishers to be able to get games released, and it's taken its toll. I don't know. We'll see what this means for them as well. The Steam Winter Sale is here. Yes, it is. It sure is. Just pull that up. The day before, servers are now being shut down as well. Cool. Fantastic.
Into banks, cause one bank ain't enough. I spend it on my homies, I don't get too much for stuff. We stacking up our cash and we ain't ever gonna stop. Got designers on our backs and we just love to pop.
Is there any other news today at all? Come on, man. Insomniac is using ISPs to issue DMCA notices because of the leaked their leaked content.
cashes into banks, cause one bank ain't enough. I spend it on my homies, I don't care too much for stuff.
PS Store holiday sale, we've kind of touched on it. I'll bring it back up just in case anybody needs to see it if you're not aware.
We ain't ever gonna stop. Got designers on our backs, and we just love to pop. Designers.
Looks like there's some free content to be had for Modern Warfare through Prime Gaming. So, you know, if you're a Modern Warfare 3 player, then there's some free content there for you. Feels bad that that game's such a piece of crap and it's doing so well. I've got an article about that actually that got published last night. Excuse me. There you go. Second highest selling game of the year already, a month and a half after release, and it's very, very negatively reviewed game. I mean brutal. Like a 50-something, low 50s on Metacritic from critic ratings, and then a 1 point something from user reviews. If you go look on Steam, its current overall rating is like a 30% positive. That's terrible. Terrible. And it's almost the best-selling game of 2023. It sucks to see that. It sucks so bad to see that. In a year where we had so many amazing games come out, Call of Duty is going to be the best-selling game. That sucks. And it's a terrible game. Epic Game Store has changed rules to allow blockchain games. Crappers, dude. Kind of inevitable, but it still sucks to see it right now. Are you flipping kidding me? So Chris Pratt is now Mario and Garfield? Really? There's no way he sounds right as Garfield. There's no way. I could be wrong, but there's no way. But I could be wrong, but there's no way. I could be wrong, but there's no way. PlayStation is now no longer removing the Discovery content which people purchased. What about all the content that already got removed that people had already purchased, though? Let's take a look. Is it being put back in? Oh, yo, let's take a look at this, too. Yeah, new Chinese rules could change some of PS5, PS4's biggest games. They're talking about Genshin Impact here. Sony reportedly planning more layoffs for PlayStation Studios, including Insomniac. Yikers, dude.
Catch me on the flip side, whip you like a riptide. Yeah, I like my hips wide. Yeah, everywhere I look, I see ballers popping the collars, hustling for dollars. Never
What?
see me lose.
GTA 6 hacker sentenced to life in hospital prison?
Don't want no excuses. Give 'em some bruises. No one refuses. You better watch your back. We hustling, we hustling. You better watch your back. We hustling, we hustling. You better watch your back.
Wow.
We hustling. You better watch your back. We hustling, we hustling. Catch me
Craziness,
on the flip
man.
side, whip you like a riptide. Yeah, I like my hips wide. Yeah, everywhere I look, I see ballers popping the collars, hustling for dollars. Never see me losing, never catch me snoozing. In my Lambo cruising. No, I don't want no excuses. Give them some bruises, no one refuses. You better watch your back. We hustling, we hustling.
Excuse me, what? Video game tie-ins are back and it starts with Garfield?
We hustling, we hustling.
I think we've been doing tie-ins for a lot longer than flipping Garfield.
We hustling, we hustling. You better watch your back. We hustling, we hustling.
Nice click. Nice try on the clickbait there, though. You know.
Yeah, I like my hips wide. Yeah, everywhere I look, I see ballers popping the collars, hustling for dollars. Never see me losing, never catch me snoozing. In my Lambo cruising. No, I don't want no excuses. Give them some bruises, no one refuses. Bag, bring it back. Do it clean, clean, clean. Smoke a sack, keep a mag. Sippin' lean, lean, lean. Go chill, pop a bill. Make a scene, scene. 50 racks.
New company developing video games based on upcoming horror films. Let's see this.
Flip a bag, bring it back. Do it clean, clean, clean. Smoke a sack, keep a mag. Sippin' lean, lean, lean. Go chill, pop a bill. Make a scene, scene. 50 racks, Sunday bands. Up with jeans.
Anybody actually think so? Do we actually need another console? Another scummy console in this market? You know, I mean, do we really? Nah. I think we deal with enough of this bull crap, man. Go one more page here, see what we got. Go ahead and talk about the Epic stuff real quick. You can get Melvor Idol for free. Not probably going to be one of the more notable titles. Not going to be one of the more notable titles that they give away during the holiday period here. But it's free. It's usually like a $10 game. It's free. Go grab your free games, okay? But you've only got about a little over 3 hours left before it will not be available anymore, and the next game will become available. So if you want it, you got to get it very quickly here, okay? All right, let's stick with this. Let's see what we got. New company developing video games based on upcoming horror films, including James Wan's The Call of Cthulhu. Sino-American Fun stars Hana have announced a new slate of adaptations, which also include upcoming features from Evil Dead legend Sam Raimi. An exciting new report today from Deadline has revealed a slate of video games based on upcoming horror movies, including new features from Evil Dead legend Sam Raimi and an adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's classic sci-fi horror short, The Call of Cthulhu, by none other than franchise mastermind James Wan. According to Deadline, new Sino-American Fun stars Hana, a combination of Peter Lu's Stars Collective, Chinese firm Hana Investment, and Starlight Media, have announced their first slate of produced movies that will also be adapted for gaming consoles, reading as follows. One moment. Sorry, guys. Every House is Haunted from Sam Raimi and Roy Lee. The Burden from James Wan and Sam Raimi. Hunting Season from James Wan and Don Murphy. James Wan's The Call of Cthulhu, Mass Extinction, and GMO. The Gox Father with John M. Chu, Memory Lost in Space, based on the novels by Tong Hua. The fund is reportedly partnering with game companies including Tencent and Tencent-owned Dream Sky Technology, as well as HYJZ and Forever 9 to develop the games. And while these movies don't actually exist yet, this apparently confirms they're very much in development. Deadline also noted that Wan has apparently been working on The Call of Cthulhu, what he describes as his dream project, for 5 years. News of another Cthulhu video game is exciting enough, but to learn it's going to be based on a feature by the man behind the Saw, Insidious, and the Conjuring franchises is even more exciting. As for Raimi's Every House is Haunted, we already know that one. That one follows an insurance investigator who tries to debunk claims that a couple's death was caused by a haunted house, but his doubts are challenged by a psychic and the mysterious occurrences he witnesses with his own eyes. Needless to say, we'll be bringing you more news on these exciting adaptations as we get them. Cool. Nice, dude. Can always love more horror. This is pretty crazy, dude. Yeah. GTA 6 hacker sentenced to life in hospital prison. A hacker who leaked 90 videos of the upcoming GTA 6 game has been ordered to stay in a high security hospital indefinitely. An 18-year-old hacker who played a key role in leaking footage of the highly anticipated video game Grand Theft Auto 6 has been sentenced to indefinitely remain in a high-security British hospital prison, according to a report from the BBC on Thursday. The judge determined that Kurtaj, who has autism, poses a danger to the public due to his intent to continue to carry out cyber crimes if released. During the sentencing hearing, the court heard the hacker had been violent while in custody, with many reports of injuries and property damage. A mental health evaluation also concluded he still expressed a desire to engage in further hacking activities as soon as possible. As a result, he received an indefinite hospital order, meaning he must stay in the security hospital facility unless doctors decide he no longer poses a threat. Last August, a jury in London found the hacker committed cyber attacks against several companies, including GTA developer Rockstar Games, Uber, and Nvidia. However, because he was considered mentally unfit to stand trial, the jury only determined whether he carried out the criminal acts, not whether he had criminal intent. Teenage hacker leaked 90 videos showing gameplay from the unreleased GTA 6 game while out on bail last September for previously hacking companies like Nvidia and British telecom provider BT EE. Despite being in a hotel under police watch, he still managed to hack Rockstar Games using the room's Amazon Fire Stick and newly purchased tech devices. Another 17-year-old hacker associated with a group known as Lapsus received an 18-month community service sentence and VPN ban for involvement in the cyber attacks. The other hacker got 18 months of community service and a VPN ban. Easy. Take it easy. You know? Like a slap on the wrist. China to curb gaming spending, Tencent NetEase plunge. This is significant. Yo, shut your mouth. Chinese regulators announced on Friday a wide range of rules aimed at curbing spending and rewards that encourage video games, dealing a blow to the world's biggest games market, which returned to growth this year. The new rules, which will effectively set spending limits for online games, sparked panic among investors, wiping off nearly $80 billion in market value from China's two biggest gaming companies, as investors sought to gauge the potential impact on earnings and more restrictions in the offing. Online games will now be banned from giving players rewards if they log in every day, if they spend on the game for the first time, or if they spend several times on the game consecutively. All are common incentive mechanisms in online games. Yes, it is. Shares in Tencent, the world's biggest gaming company, tumbled as much as 16% at one point, while those of its closest rival NetEase plunged as much as 25% after the National Press and Publication Administrations published the new draft rules. Shares of tech investor Prosus followed Tencent lower, losing 14.2% in early trade on Friday, and were among the biggest fallers on the Pan-European Stock Index. Prosus owns a 26% stake in Tencent. Quote, "It's not necessarily the regulation itself, it's the policy risk that's too high," said Stephen Wing, executive director of institutional sales at broker UOB Kay Hian in Hong Kong. People had thought this kind of risk should have been over and had started to look at fundamentals again. It hurts confidence a lot. NetEase declined to comment. Beijing has become increasingly tough on video games over the years. In 2021, China set strict playtime limits for under 18s. That's what I was talking about earlier. And suspended approvals of new video games for about 8 months, citing gaming addiction concerns. Although the crackdown formally ended last year with the resumption of new gaming approvals, regulators have continued to impose restrictions to curb in-game spending. The new rules revealed on Friday are the most explicit yet aimed at curbing in-game spending. Besides banning reward features, games are also required to set limits on how much players can top up their digital wallets for in-game spending. Games are also banned from offering probability-based luck draw features to minors and from enabling the speculation and auction of virtual gaming items. But the new rules included a proposal that is widely expected to be welcomed by the industry, requiring regulators to process game approvals within 60 days. This is what I was talking about before. There's a huge bottleneck in China for getting games approved that were ready for release, where they would sit there for months, like 4, 5, 6 months, just waiting on these permits to be handed out. It was insane. Meanwhile, Chinese regulators announced on the same day licenses for 40 new imported games for domestic releases, seen as a signal of Beijing's willingness to allow more games in the country, despite the draft rules on game spending. Interesting. We'll keep track. Segueing into something related, new Chinese rules could change some of PS5 and PS4's biggest games. A batch of new Chinese policies could change the way some of PS5 and PS4's biggest games operate. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yo, I apologize for the interruption. Unexpected. It's handled. We should be good now. Let's start back over here with this. New Chinese rules could change some of PS5 and PS4's biggest games. Again, this is a segue off that previous article we read about the changes happening in China when it comes to basically limiting the amount of money people can spend in games, as well as like there's a lot of basically what can be incorporated, what can't be incorporated, how much people can put onto an account, the kinds of mechanics that developers can implement to entice people to spend. Some of that stuff is not going to be allowed anymore. Things of that nature. So let's keep going here. I do apologize for that interruption. Thanks for sticking with me here. So a batch of new Chinese policies could change the way for some PS5 and PS4's biggest games operate. The likes of Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, free-to-play titles with massive updates and sprawling campaigns utilize features like daily login rewards in order to incentivize player retention. But as China looks to clamp down on gaming addiction, these mechanics may need a rethink moving forward. Sounds like common gacha game features which tempt players into spending will be outlawed, such as top-up bonuses when purchasing in-game currency or cumulative rewards for buying in-game content. While there may be workarounds for companies like NetEase and Hoyoverse, the former saw its stock drop 3.6% in the aftermath of the announcement. Tencent was also down by 2% due to the news. Gacha game blew up on the mobile in Asia, but has since found worldwide success on console due to major releases like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Possibly these policy changes may only affect the Chinese versions of the games, although we wouldn't be surprised if developers found workarounds that it can implement worldwide. Nevertheless, there's going to be some head scratching this holiday as massive developers seek to protect their established business models. Yeah. Yep. No doubt. Interesting. We'll have to see, we'll have to pay attention to see how this works moving forward for everybody, okay? Steam's big winter sale slashes prices on a ton of great games. Yeah, dude. I changed my look up quite a bit. I do. Yeah. What up, Murdoch? I got some new earrings, dude. I haven't worn earrings, dude, in probably a long time. But I found these badass earrings, dude. They're tentacles, bro. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna put these on a list of flipping like a gift list, because my birthday was yesterday, and then Christmas is right behind it, you know. And so the family got me these earrings, dude. I haven't worn earrings in a long time, and I was like, I'm gonna start wearing some earrings again for some funsies, dude. And I got these badass flipping tentacle earrings, dude. So I'm rocking these bad boys. Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment, dude. Yeah. And the hair's all cut, so it's not long anymore, you know. It's looking a little bit different. So, but I'll do that a lot. I might even grow a beard out here before long. Mustache March is on the way. Maybe we'll do a beard before that, and then we'll just rock the mustache for March or something, you know. It's coming, dude. You know, it'll be different. It'll be different. How you doing, buddy? What's up, man? Steam's big winter sale slashes prices on a ton of great games. Oh, check out my new shirt, too. I got me a new shirt from the family. Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Full-blown Kratos? I'm not shaving my head, dude. I don't shave my head. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, the wife and kids surprised me with this shirt, and I was like, oh, that's sick, dude. I'm wearing it tomorrow. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, the whole Kratos. Yeah, I mean, dude, I've grown out some long beards before. Chuck it. Have you not seen this, dude? I've had full-on beards before, dude. Look, you'll like this. This wasn't even as long as it got, but here. check this out, dude. There we go. Let's change this over now. All right, you ready for this, man? Here you go. That was a little while ago though, dude. You know, I was a little bit younger there. That's not while I was streaming though. That's not while I was streaming. So that was before I started streaming and everything. It was a while back. But there's a look at a bit of the beard grown out, yeah. And then usually what I'll do is I'll grow the mustache out with it. I'll grow the mustache long, and then I'll do something like this. You know, and then we'll have some fun with the mustache. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll grow the beard out a little bit before March, and then we'll have some fun with the mustache. My wife hates me with just a mustache, though, dude. She hates it, bro. She hates me just rocking a mustache. So, you know, I don't do it very often, but I think it's fun. It's, you know what I mean? It's just for funsies, but she thinks it's disgusting looking. So, you know, we'll rock the mustache for a little bit after I grow the beard. I'll probably do like, I'll probably just grow my beard out in February. So we'll plan on that. Grow beard out in February. And then I'll shave the beard come the beginning of March, and we'll just keep rocking the mustache through all of March, you know. Or we'll do some kind of crazy mustache for March, like a big old Fu Man or something. I don't know. It'll be fun. We'll have fun with it. Steam's big winter sale slashes prices on a ton of great games. Baldur's Gate 3, D4, plenty of great indie games are on sale. We've kind of taken a look at this, but they're noting some prices down here. BG3 is $54, 10% off. Starfield's $49. Cyberpunk is $30. Diablo 4 is $42. Liza P $48. Jedi Survivors $35. RDR2 is $20. GTA 5 is $15. Mass Effect Legendary Edition $6. Dead Cells is $12.50. Banger of a game, dude. If you like platforming, like roguelike games and stuff, Dead Cells so good. Hollow Knight $7.50 also. Metroidvania platformer, amazing, dude. Hollow Knight so good, one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. Terra Nil $17.50. Against the Storm $19.50. BattleBit Remastered, highly recommend, dude. If you like multiplayer shooters, BattleBit Remastered is everything that like Battlefield couldn't be over like the past 5 to 8 years. It's poly, so you got to get used to that. It looks like almost like, you know, the characters look like Minecraft and stuff, but it's very good. It's very, very good. Highly recommend. $9, great game, dude. Spider-Man Miles Morales is $30. The Last of Us Part 1 $40. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is $49. They should be giving this game away. What a piece of crap. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate's $35. Street Fighter 6 is $40. Resident Evil 4 is $30. Octopath Traveler 2 is $42. Amnesia the Bunker is $17.50. And Shadow Gambit the Cursed Crew is $32. This is supposed to be a very good game as well. Unfortunately, the developer behind this game shut down after it released. And this is supposed to be a very, very, very good game. Pull up Steam real quick, take a look. I'll link this for you guys if you want this list, but there you go. Let's pull up Steam real quick. You can see the winter sale. Highly recommend probably staying away from Payday 3 as well. No Man's Sky, $30. It goes on sale for $30 all the time. Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is $13.50. That's a really good flipping price, dude. It's a really good price. Green Hell, Long Dark, Starbound, Core Keeper. Ooh, Signalis. They've got DLC for games, obviously. There's a lot of stuff here, man. Has anybody been playing the finals in the community? I'm interested. I wonder what the rating is. Let's pull this up real quick. 74%. Okay. There's BattleBit Remastered. Yo, this game, look, I was promoting this. You'll notice, like, it's a polygraphic kind of game, but dude, it is so flippin' good. 90% positive all time of over 102,000 reviews. If you have been looking for a Battlefield experience, this game gives it to you. It really does. And at $9, that's amazing. Go take a look, though. Lots of games on sale on Steam, man. The day before, servers are being shut down. What? No way. Who would have thought that would happen with the developers shutting down 2 days after the game released? Weird. The day before, servers are being shut down. The latest chapter in the day before's ongoing debacle has dropped. In this portion of the story, we learn that Fantastic is shutting down the game servers on January 22nd, following the closure of the company itself, which officially takes place today, and the supposed refund of every copy of the game sold thus far. It's potentially the final episode in this awful saga that saw the collapse of Fantastic take place mere days after the day before was released, and promptly met everyone's expectations, which was total balls. By that, we mean it was finally proven the game was an atrocious asset flip of a game devoid of any substance or stability. Is that the end? Yeah, Fantastic, what used to be a developer, and developed the day before, their statement was, we regret to inform you that the development company, Fantastic, has officially ceased operators. And as a result, the day before will be retired and the servers will be turned off on 22 January. It was then stressed that Mytona has been working to facilitate refunds alongside Steam. It was then further highlighted that Steam will be responsible for refunding any remaining players, which is a little strange. Finally, Fantastic expressed gratitude for the community's support and explained that without a development team on hand, the day before simply must come to an end. Because that's the reason why it can't continue. In case you've not kept up with the ridiculous journey of this game, here's our chronological coverage of everything that went wrong with the day before. We watched this thing turn into an absolute crap show. From it being like the most wish-listed, what a vault. Yo, dude, oh, this is Pinky's kind of flipping random mode here. Random mode time, guys. Oh, dude, what? Dog, I almost got it. Insane. Nice. What up, True? It went from like the most wish-listed game on Steam for like a year into just this complete spiral of a weird circus fiasco, dude. It was really, really weird, dude. And then Pinky gets that. Yo, what up, guys? So I don't know, if you want to take a look at everything that happened and get up to date, if you're not aware, take a look. They've got a lot of links here to give you a pretty good summary of what went on with this game. But what an absolute scam they had going on here. Insomniac is using internet providers. What's in my ears? Parasites, dude. I'm turning into an illithid. I'm turning into my illithid. Yeah. We got parasites crawling out of my ears. Yeah, I got the tentacle earrings. Yeah. See? I got them for my birthday. So I was like, oh, I'm going to wear them, dude. Yeah, they're pretty dope. I like them, man. Yeah, so they're heavy, dog. I haven't worn earrings in forever either. I really haven't worn earrings in a long time. And I saw these, like I said, I saw these online and was like, oh, those are so sick, dude. You know, I was like, I'm gonna start wearing some earrings again every once in a while. They're super heavy. They're super heavy, and especially for not having worn earrings for a long time, they're very dangly. They're very heavy. They're solid metal. So like it feels like my ears are just be like yanked down. You know what I mean? But it's fun. Like I just keep wanting to like do this with my head. You know? Yeah. So there's like that entire situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're very neat. That's why I saw them and I was like, oh, bro, I totally want to play around with those. So yeah, we're you know, I got a bit of like an 80s vibe going on, I guess. You know, I've got like kind of an 80s styled haircut, and I've got you know, I've got the dangly earrings going on and stuff. So I'm gonna rock it. I've got a phone cord as a bracelet. Oh yeah, I'm totally 80s out, dude. Look at my shirt I got too. Look at my shirt. I don't know if you guys saw it when I was showing it off before. It's what moves me. My wife and kids got me this shirt, and I was like, oh dude, there's no way I'm not wearing that for the stream tomorrow, you know? Yeah. I'm 80s out, I guess, dude. I didn't even really realize it, but I guess, yeah, totally 80s. That's funny, man. Insomniac is using internet providers to use DMCA notices. So, Insomniac Games, again, obviously got hacked here recently. A lot of their data was stolen. A lot of it was, you know, it was all leaked by a ransom group. Insomniac is the developer behind Spider-Man. They're currently they're a first-party studio for Sony. They're developing Wolverine, right? Shouldn't need to be said, but don't download and play the early build of Wolverine that's now out in the wild. Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't even know that was a thing. If you do, you're in direct violation of copyright law, and as recent posts on social media platforms have shown, you're very easily tracked. On Twitter, posts have recently started surfacing showing DMCA notices being issued by Insomniac through internet service providers like Comcast. Far too easy for these corporations to monitor your online activity, and that of course includes illegally downloading and sharing in-development builds of games that were leaked during a data heist. They will find you. In one post that surfaced on Twitter, it was stressed by Comcast, the copyright owner has identified the IP address associated with your Xfinity internet account at the time as the source of the infringing works. We remind you that use of our service in any manner that constitutes an infringement of any copyrighted work is a violation of Comcast DMCA policy, may result in the termination of your service and account. In the DMCA notice, everything from the time and date of the download to the specific file name of the dev build was recorded. Absolutely nothing slips past your ISP. It was just days ago that more than a terabyte of stolen data was aired from Insomniac Games by a ransomware group that failed to secure any funds for the content. This included roadmaps, dev build code, and the personal information of employees past and present. The act was slammed by thousands online, and in the days that followed, countless spoilers for the upcoming Wolverine game were spread like wildfire over social media. PSA, don't illegally download stolen data. Yeah, look, man, I'm not a proponent of this. I think that it's terrible that people feed into this, and I personally am not about it. I've got an article on YouTube that is linked right there in chat that is, you know, my sentiments about whenever this first came about. And I've talked about this a lot over the history of streaming and the way I feel about our relationship with developers and how there have been issues on both sides of the coin. They've done bad things to us. We've done bad things to them. We need to be working towards rectifying the issues, repairing that relationship. And I think this is part of it. You know, this doesn't do any good. Feeding this is just a negative thing. Feeding the leaks, whatever they may be, insider leaks, hack leaks, whatever. It's not good. There's no point in it, you know, really. For the most part, this is going to be information that we end up getting in some form or fashion anyways. and we need to just leave it alone. That's why in that article right there, if you watch that YouTube video, you'll see that I avoid most of the information that is given to us from what was leaked. I avoid it because I don't think it's a good thing. You can see my sentiments in that video, but be aware, you know, there's always, I think in the day and age of being online, there are ways to better cover your tracks and make it harder to for people to know what you're up to online and everything, but you've got to know what you're doing. And there's really there's always companies watching. there's whether it be your ISP or if you're engaged in social media, you know, if you think they're not like data mining everything that you're doing, data location services, things like that, there are always companies watching in some form or fashion. And I think it's, you know, appropriate to be aware of that. So here you go. We've touched on this a little bit, but let's dive back in here for anybody that might be able to benefit from this. PlayStation Store Holiday Sale is discounting the best PS5 games of the year. 23 deals I'd buy now. Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, and more are on sale. Yo, this Strider was dope. Really cool. PlayStation Store Holiday Sale has arrived and it's discounting loads of the best PS5 games you can buy. Collection of deals even includes savings on several of the biggest games of the year, including BG3, Hogwarts Legacy, Alan Wake 2, and RE4. Let's just get to it, man. Dead Space is $27. That's going to be the remake. RE4 is $30. Hogwarts Legacy, $35 or $34. Assassin's Creed Mirage, $34, excuse me. Elden Ring is $35. God of War Ragnarok, $39. Final Fantasy 16 is $41. Mortal Kombat 1, $41. Alan Wake 2, $47. Baldur's Gate 3, $62. Those are their top picks, but there are many other games that are on sale. So you can use the links here to go take a look and get yourself some holiday sales for PlayStation games, okay? This is an interesting development. Happy Friday, by the way, to everybody that's hopped in here since I first started streaming. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a banger start to your weekend, man. So, Epic Game Store changes rules to allow blockchain games. Play-to-earn titles, Gods Unchained, and Striker Manager 3 have been added back to the platform after being delisted. It's kind of inevitable these kinds of things start being added in. I think where we have to be very careful is like there have been so many games built on crypto economies, blockchain, NFT, play to earn, that have been absolute skamazes that you should be reluctant with anything on those fronts for the time being. I don't advocate for any of it. What I do is try to advise people to be very careful. It's yeah, I know, yeah, Pinky, yeah. So the Epic's always been trying to like incorporate these you know, crypto based blockchain NFT games, stuff like that, and I think that's why even if any of them seem promising, do your research, be careful, don't get sucked into the skamazes, dude. Don't, because in the long run, most of them are exactly that. They're just a scam, and you're probably going to stand to be losing out in the long run on it. Maybe not always, but quite often. So just be careful here, you know. What up, buddy? By the way, what's up, man? Epic Games Store has changed its own rules to allow blockchain games to be sold on the platform. Epic Games Store had a blanket ban on all adults-only titles, but it has recently adjusted its own rules to allow blockchain games. As it stands, all games based on blockchain technology or utilizing NFTs are rated adults only by the Entertainment Software Ratings Board because of how they offer rewards that can be converted into real-world currency. Products with adults-only ratings cannot be distributed on Epic Games Store, which also treats unrated products as having a mature 18-plus rating. Said the store's rules, but earlier this week, an amendment was added to the Epic Games Store and makes an exception for products in cases where an adults-only rating was applied solely due to the usage of blockchain or NFT technology. Blockchain games must still comply with Epic Games Store's own technology guidelines and can't include things such as pornography, gambling, and hateful content. Boy, that's a big gray area there, isn't it? Yeah, right on, dude. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, cool, man. The change came about after NFT card game God's End Change was removed from the Epic Games Store 3 months after it was first listed because it was re-rated by the ESRB. It was given an adults-only rating because because of its various play-to-earn elements. Play-to-earn. God, it's so gross, dude. What most often, almost always, a play-to-earn, if you're not familiar with that term, play-to-earn changes video game, and I don't even like to call play-to-earn any game that has play-to-earn in it. I don't like to call it a game. I call it software with game-type elements incorporated to entice people to use the software. Play-to-earn, what play-to-earn does is they use software in a way of developing it like a video game to entice people to be in it. But what it does, it makes people feel like they need to be in there 24/7, like a job. And video games were never meant to be played like a job. Jobs obviously surround the industry and everything, but playing video games was about having fun, immersing yourself in something to get away from daily life, get away from the grind, and this is implementing something that everybody has to deal with on the constant anyways. It's introducing that anxiety back into what you should be using to get away from the daily stressors. And instead, it's implementing play to earn. So it's like making people feel like they have to be in there all the time, like a job. It's gross. Play to earn multiplayer football game Strike Manager 3 was removed at the same time, but both titles have now been returned to the Epic Games Store. People are going to have different sentiments about this kind of stuff, but for me, I am very adamant and strictly going to feel this way about what play to earn is in software. Some blockchain-based games are receiving adults-only ratings from industry ratings bodies for their particular implementation of blockchain. Epic Games explained, "We've updated our Epic Games Store content policy to allow for games that are rated AO solely due to the usage of blockchain or NFT technology." Web3 Gaming is officially, this is a quote, "Web3 Gaming is officially back on Epic Games Store," said publisher Immutable following the policy change. At Immutable, we have taken a proactive approach to advocate for fair policies for Web3 games. We are pleased with Epic Games' policy decision. We are committed to collaborating with gaming tech and Web3 leaders to unlock the next player experience for 3 billion players worldwide. Gross. This is another, every time I see Immutable, I'm just like, God dang, dude. Yeah. This policy change shows that the space recognizes the experience of Web3 gaming. We are one step closer to adoption, they added. Previously, Steam completely banned blockchain games which issue or allow exchange of cryptocurrencies or NFTs in 2021, while earlier this year, Sega confirmed it would be stepping back from planned blockchain initiatives through fear of devaluing its strongest gaming properties. Yeah. If you need more out of it, here you go. But again, I think if anything has been enticing you to dive in here, be very careful. I really try to advise people to just stay away from all this kind of crap as a whole. It's been scummy through and through since they tried to incorporate the, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. It got there were these keywords, these trend words in the industry, and it was all NFT, blockchain, Web3, all that kind of play to earn. It was the metaverse. Everybody had their metaverse, but nobody wanted to talk about what their metaverse actually was outside of what they were already bringing to the table. It was just a bunch of trendy keywords they were trying to use in the industry to like hype people up, and a lot of it was just a big scamaz. Most of it was actually. So just be careful. There are still these companies that are like holding on to this premise of trying to incorporate these mechanics, because the people that buy into them do get duped. And for the businesses, it's lucrative because they are able to take advantage of people. So just be careful, man. PlayStation is no longer removing Discovery content. Jesus, this is fun. Let's just keep it like that, I guess. PlayStation no longer removing Discovery content. Let's see. After announcing Discovery content would be removed from the PlayStation Store following the expiration of a licensing arrangement, PlayStation has reversed course, revealing this content will now remain for at least the next 30 months. Originally, the content, which includes seasons of Man vs. Wild, American Chopper, and Mythbusters, was set to be removed with no refunds provided, but a solution has now been found. Similar to other services, we do not own the licensing rights to TV movie content that was previously available for purchase or on PlayStation Store. PlayStation said in a new update via GameIndustry.biz, quote, however, we've worked with Warner Brothers to update our licensing agreements, ensuring that consumers will be able to access their previously purchased content for at least the next 30 months. Those who have purchased Discovery content will now have additional time to enjoy it, although it's unclear what happens after that 30-month period. In the latest reminder of the impermanence of digital content purchases, Sony has announced the removal of around 1,300 seasons of Discovery-owned television from the PlayStation Store. Not only will these titles depart the platform on 31 December, they will also be rendered unplayable for all users on that date, regardless of money spent. Yeah, so this was the, up above what we read is the update from the original story. Original article first posted on 5 December is, it continues below. So this is what we originally read, right? And this is what we were aware of. They were going to be removing all this content for all the stuff that people had purchased on PlayStation's platform, which is disgusting, right? Super gross. So what, now they have 30 more months? But what happens after that? That's the big question. So this is an extension. It is not a end-all solution here, and we'll see what happens moving forward. To try and alleviate the concerns of consumers here, we'll see. And last but absolutely not least, here we go again. The never-ending layoffs of the video gaming industry for 2023. Sony reportedly planning more layoffs for PlayStation Studios, including Insomniac Games. Yeah, seriously. No kidding, true. Like, it's so brutal to read. It's a very daunting thing to start the news every single day, because we do video gaming news 6 days a week. Every day we're live. We do video gaming news to start the stream. And I feel like it's almost an inevitability that we run into an article about another studio being shuttered or firing off mass amounts of employees. I mean, it's just insane. It's so terrible to see and deal with. And honestly, it's so weird. Weird really being, I think the majority of the issue here is companies are being mismanaged. Honestly, I mean, we're in a year where we've seen the number of incredible releases we've had this year. It tops anything we've seen over the last like 2 decades, probably. I don't know that we've had a year like this over the past 20 years for game releases. We're going to have another year overall for the industry that's been very profitable again. And these companies are just slaughtering their employee base, And again, I've talked about the fact that I understand that probably to an extent there's a little bit of attributing this to some of the industry coming back down to reality after what happened with the pandemic and some overhire and stuff like that. But I think a lot of this is company mismanagement too. And who suffers for it? Not the people that are mismanaging funds, making bad business decisions. They're still sitting there with their pockets fat. It's the people, the employees that actually do all the work and hold the company up. They're the ones that actually suffer the consequences, right? It's terrible to watch, man. It really, it's just tragic. And it's so, again, daunting to just feel like every day when we start up doing the news, we have to read another one of these articles every single day, It's so brutal. But, I mean, let's dive in here and see what we have. Sony may be planning layoffs for various PlayStation studios, including Insomniac Games. The documents found also suggest there could be one studio closure coming as well. The specific information relayed originally by Kotaku about Sony's plans for PlayStation Studios was discovered in documents from the extensive ransomware leak that targeted Insomniac Games. Naturally, such harsh measures would likely involve a studio that has been underperforming, but the exact studio has not been confirmed at this time, leaving fans to speculate. Some key statements from the leaked documents were recently posted on Twitter by @postup_SOG. Sony appears to be aiming for a reduction of at least 50 to 75 people at Insomniac. Jesus. With more broad layoffs across studios. Notably, the documents mention that slimming down Ratchet and cutting new IP wouldn't be enough to achieve their goal. This means that the broader layoffs would target just about anyone. That includes Insomniac Games itself, which is already caught up in dealing with ransomware leaks. To remove 50 to 75 people strategically, our best option is to cut deeply into Wolverine and Spider-Man 3, replacing lower performers with team members from Ratchet and new IP. A note attributed to Insomniac Games CEO Ted Price reads, Some of Insomniac Games' other future titles were recently leaked as part of the ransomware hack, including a full timeline of their planned games earlier this week. Look, again, I'm not diving into this information. I don't think it's fair that this information's been leaked. I am not a proponent of all the leaked information that happens in the gaming industry. I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's good. I've got articles on the YouTube channel, videos on there that talk about my sentiments about that, but I stay away from this. If it's leaked information the studio hasn't themselves divulged, I don't think it's good to feed into that. There have been a series of devastating layoffs across the industry. I think this is an understatement. It's been an absolute flippin' just fire. It's like a forest fire of just layoffs, dude. It's and they can't put it out, dude. I don't know. This includes layoffs at Unity as well as a variety of Embracer Group layoffs at studios like 3D Realms. Not just layoffs. Embracer's just been closing down subsidiaries, man. It's a truly difficult time in the industry. Hopefully now that Sony's plans have come to light, Sony will make some sort of official announcement about their approach to layoffs at PlayStation. Insider Gaming has reached out to Sony and Insomniac for comment on the reported layoff plans. I mean, dude, they're not even talking about so many other ones. Like, dude, Epic laid off like 850 people. You know, I mean, Microsoft laid off a ton. There's just, it just keeps adding up. You know, there's a ton. Exactly true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's brutal to see. It's brutal to watch. I mean, I say this every single time we come across one of these articles talking about people losing their jobs. My heart and thoughts go out to all of those individuals that are dealing with job loss, especially, you know, considering what we're talking about here specifically, but anybody in the world as well. The job loss is a brutal thing to deal with. It's, you know, catastrophic quite often to people for their living, just in general, being able to sustain with basic necessities when you don't have any kind of income, but also, you know, along with that is the stressors of not having a job, the mental anguish, the depression, anxiety. It's very, very bad for mental health. And for everybody that is dealing with job loss, you know, these people included, everybody in the world, my hope is that you find something soon, you find something better than what you had before that feels more fulfilling to you. It's, you know, actually a blessing in disguise, and you have a better experience in the next chapter of your, you know, life career-wise. But I am, you know, my heart is there with all the individuals that are dealing with this difficult process they're having to go through, you know. But we'll see what happens. I mean, look, dude, we know that PlayStation is dealing with significant issues. We've seen them watching Bungie drown right now. Even this is what's terrible to see. Insomniac is one of their most lucrative first-party studios, and apparently, this shows that nobody under Sony is immune. Nobody should be thinking that they can't be touched, because if Insomniac is looking to be downsized by Sony, everybody can be downsized. Insomniac has been doing well for a long time for them. You know, they just released a banger of a game that is selling very, very well. And this is rough to see, man. It's rough to see. That's what I got, yo. That's the news, my dudes and dudesettes. We're gonna go play games, man. It's a bit of a quick news segment today. So we will segue our way out of this and go play BG3 for the rest of the day until it's time for me to bounce out of here and start my holiday break, man. So I hope everybody's having a great Friday so far. I hope that everybody's working their way towards some much needed and deserved holiday time, restful holiday time off, you know, getting to relax and enjoy a little bit of time. Whether or not you celebrate the holidays right now, hopefully you're at least getting a little bit of some time to just chill out and relax and enjoy time with friends and family, even if you're not a holiday celebrator or whatever, dude. It's, you know, everybody needs that time, and hopefully this is a time where you're getting a little bit of that no matter what. So appreciate everybody being here for the news. We're gonna move on, like I said, and play some video games for the rest of the day. Play some Baldur's Gate 3. If anybody's been able to hang out today, you're not familiar with what we do. This is how we start off all of our streams. 6 days a week we're live, every day but Wednesday. We start at roughly 6 a.m. CST CDT. we could get off with video gaming news before we segue into playing games like we're about to do right now. So whether you're seeing this live or as a VOD, just know that we've got all of our other video gaming news segments. We've got important sections of video gaming news that have been taken out and highlighted for people to watch, as well as game playthroughs we've done, funny clips and highlights from the game playthroughs, all that stuff. I try to make sure as much good content is out there that we've done previously on both the Twitch page and the YouTube channel for people to go back and take a look at. And I don't know if you're enjoying any of it, then come hang out with us. We got an amazing community of people that are always here trying to lift one another up, take care of each other, be void of toxicity, be civil about things, welcoming, inclusive. You know, we're just about trying to be good people, promote people being good people, and taking care of one another. So if you fit into that, you can dig that, dude. Come be a part of it when we're live. All right. Other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. No more live streaming until I get back on the 26th, which will be Tuesday. Okay, so we'll be back with more live content on Tuesday the 26th, but it'll seem like a long time for me. Know that I don't take very much time off, and just again, hope everybody has an amazing, very, very safe time while I am away. And I can't wait to see you again when I get back for video gaming news on December 26th. All right. Stream's not going down. We're going to be playing games. We'll run the outro. Be right back.